Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Giamini. Today is the last day of March 31st. Wanted to come to you with some expectations so that we understand where we all should be right now. Today, I have assigned four con skills. Some of you may have five because you did yesterday's con skills that you can access going to your Khan Academy account. Now, I'm going to go to this present mode here real quick so you might not see me. Where I'm going to show you is where we need to be accessing these con skills at. You should all know that when you go to your Khan Academy, all right, when you go to your Khan Academy, you will see, now mine's a little different, but when I go up here, if I click on this, it'll tell me I have things assigned, and it'll say I have things assigned by Giamini S. Hey, that's me. Now you will see for first period, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 skills assigned, but then yesterday only looks like 8 out of 22 kids, or maybe just 4 out of 22, excuse me, did the assignment. So that means the kids who did those 4, which I kind of forget exactly. I think I know who they are. A JN, a DC, trying to remember somebody else, maybe a SH, did those. Now, you guys will have these 4 skills, including these to do. If I go to second period students, look, only 2 people did area trapezoid yesterday. So you guys will have 5 con skills to do today. If I go to my 6th period, it was nice. 6 of you were able to get it done. That's almost a third of the class. But you will see you have these 4 skills to do. Let's work on these, boys and girls. Come on, we need to step it up. This is not that difficult. You guys can get these things done. Now, if I go to some of these skills, and if I go to factoring with the distributive property, this is an old skill. We haven't done this in some time. We're going to take a review. If I take a look, no variables, no X's, no Y's, no A's, no B's. Okay, apply the distributive property to factor out the greatest common factor. I'm looking at 32 plus 44. I need to find out their greatest common factor. Now, I'm going to focus on the larger number, which in this case is 44. The factors of 44 are 2, 4, 11, and 22. I do not like writing on this, but I'll have to do it for this. Okay, which one of those is a factor? Which one of these factors is also a factor of 32? 2 is, 4 is, 11 and 22 are not. The greatest common factor then would be 4. I will put a 4 on the outside. Open up that parenthesis. And now I just ask myself, 4 times what factor gives me 32? 8. Plus sign. 4 times what factor gives me, 4 times what factor gives me 44? 11. Now, before I hit check, I want to make sure, do 8 and 11, the factors that are inside the parentheses, do they have any common factors? No, they don't. All right, let's try another one. 44 and 48. I'm going to use the bigger number again, 48. Believe the factors of 48 are 2. 8 plus 4 is 12. 3 is a factor of 12. 12 is a multiple of 3, so 3 is that. Now, I might just go this. 2 times 22. 3 times 16. Oops, sorry about that. 4. There's a problem with using the mouse pad. Let me try using my mouse instead. Oh, there we go. 4 times 12. And 6 times 8. I'm a little better actually using my finger on the mouse pad. There we go. All right. Now, I want to ask myself, which factor does 44 have in common with 48? Well, the only thing I see is 4 again. So guess what goes on the outside again? 4. Open parenthesis. We already knew that 11 times that. Now, what times 4 gives us 48? It's 12. These two numbers are 1 away from each other, which leads to an improbability that they'll have a common factor. And I am done. So that's how I factor with distributive property. Now, going back to another con skill we have. Finding the missing length with given area of a parallelogram. If I recall, area of a parallelogram is base times height. Area equals base times height. Take a look at a couple of these problems. Come on, there we go. Okay, now I have to be careful. Remember, height is always going to be perpendicular to the base, meaning it's going to form a right angle. When you're doctor, when you go get a physical, before you play a sport, maybe before you come to school year, the doctor checks your height. They never check your height when you're standing sideways. It's always straight up and down. So height is always going to be perpendicular to the base. In this situation here, the bases are parallel to each other in this parallelogram. It says the area is 35 square units. What's the height? Now, just to review, remember, area equals base. Need my active slate. Base times height. I substituted a 35 for the area. 35 equals, we know the base is 7 because that's where it's perpendicular to the height. 7 times h. I asked myself, hey, what times 7? What factor times 7 gives me 35? If I don't know, I need to do the inverse of multiplying by 7. I divide both sides by 7. I get h is equal to 5. All right, let's try another one. Okay, and again, now they run the height so it looks like a side, but the height again is perpendicular to the base. Forms a right angle. So if this side is 5, this side is 5 of the parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides will be congruent. It says the area is 30. What's the height? I'm asking myself 30 is 5 times what other factor? So 5 times what will give us 30? Answer is, of course it is, Jaden, 6. All right, very good. Let's look at another assignment you have. Find base and height on a triangle. There we go. All right, so these are all skills that you should be able to handle today. Some of you have 5 skills to do today. These are all going in Power School, by the way. Which line segment shows the height that corresponds to the given base of the triangle? Remember I said height is perpendicular to the base. It forms a right angle. Hey, there's a right angle, so that means the height is going to be C. Ooh, okay. If this is the height, remember there's my perpendicular, there's my right angle. Which one's the base? Well, these can't both be the height and the base. Remember, it forms a right angle with the base, meaning the base would have to go either this way. Has to be paired with this one. And ironically, these all then match up. Notice this one here. If the base is here, the height will run perpendicular. It'll form a right angle and come up. There is that. All right. And then well, again, if you didn't do yesterday's area of triangles, remember, area of triangle is 1/2 base times height. The reason we have that 1/2 in when we find area of parallelograms is just base times height, but a triangle is half of a parallelogram. If I were to take a look at this triangle, and I thought about this, and I apologize for the sloppiness here if it happens, but if we take a look, where's my little red line? Kind of doesn't want to let me draw. Well, if I could imagine this here, I could just make a rectangle around this box, this triangle. And when I do that, it forms a rectangle. And the area, this half is related to this half. This piece shaded would be the rate of this piece. So that's why we get the 1/2 base times height. Well, I have 4, the base, times the height, 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 1/2 times 8 gives me 8/2, which is the same as 4. All right. Hope this helps. Remember, area of trapezoids is the other skill many of you did not do. These will be going into Power School as a complete or incomplete. If and when we shoot back into school, all those incompletes will convert to zeros. You don't want zeros, boys and girls. All right. It was nice to see everybody, or at least maybe I didn't get to see everybody, but today I will see some of you today during our little Google Meet. I'll see first and second period. Sixth period, I will see you on Thursday. All right. Have a great day, boys and girls. Stay healthy and strong.